Okei, tästä lähtee video käyntiin. Jatkatetaan showcaseita. Tuota musiikkia vielä vähän laittaa hiljaisesti. Mä aloitan hiaa. Ei se tarvitse näin kovaa. Ne oli lukettu. Audio. Tää 5. 4. Kehän kuluttajakin lähtee niin soimaan. Eiköhän tämä niin. Mä jatkan tätä. Bloodline Showcase. Haitsien Peter Maivia, Georgit animaatio, leijukauden päivänä. Absolute thank you to great history and vintage life from one of our timeless travelers. Can you let Haitsit ja suhteen Haitsit stiilikiitos ja animaa? Katsotaan, kumpi ottaa voittoa.
In a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss. There wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Anawa'i Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever, and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though, He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steel.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Steele had better keep an eye on Maivia because Maivia is a true brawler. Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
Maivia carrying such pride into the ring.
Very stark contrast to Steele. We'll see which prevails tonight.
No niin, lähdetäänpäs taistelee Steel Cage.
High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steel in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the animal.
Oi.
Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them.
Joo. Joo, tässä pelissä uutta toita Steel Cageissa Helinius Heeles, joka on sitä ramppikamerahommaa.
Oh my gosh!
Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steele as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief and the tribal
An early pin attempt. He kicks out almost immediately.
A little too soon for that cover to be effective, but he is making a statement by going for it at this point.
Headbutt to the back of the neck.
Hei, älä lähde.
Opportunity is just a few feet away now.
Ose ylös. Oi perkele.
And here he goes, just sending up the steel cage. And he's
Joo, mä tiedän kyllä miten kiivetään.
straddling the top of the cage, just feet away from making it to the outside.
This is what he's been training for. This moment right here. This brawl will continue on inside the cage.
No niin.
Snapmare. Fist drop. George the Animal Steel might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steele's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Miten tehdään grab combo? Endio combo pit palloto grab combos. Okei, täällä on. Eli vaikka 4-4.
It's called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will throw at him, even inside a cage. Peter Maivia rallying this crowd behind him.
What a counter by Peter Maivia.
Vicious right forearm.
He connects with a counter. Carrying the opposition. What's the thought here? Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the animal.
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steel. What's it going to take for the animal to get the upper hand here?
Well, he's got to be even more chaotic than ever inside this cage. Nothing about Steel makes sense to someone as traditional as Maivia. There's never any telling what the animal's going to do in a match, and he needs to keep it that way.
Misses big time.
When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steel often has...
And now he's looking to lock in this submission.
Hammer lock applied. This is locked in deep.
Look at the agony. We could be nearing the end.
He submits. He taps out.
Someway, George the Animal Steel is able to walk out of this cage with a victory over High Chief Peter Maivia.
It's got to be some sort of weird mixture between luck and chaos, Corey. It's well documented how tough Peter Maivia is, and the Animal was still able to walk out of this one with...
High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steel in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them. When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steel often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
And drops the fist. Boom!
Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The animal has no idea what to make of.
Here we go. Oh. Momentum is all with Maivia now.
Yeah, and Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian. And the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anawa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan.
When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his body.
And now a third! Nothing was being held back with each of those strikes. He's just having his way now. No regrets, no second thoughts.
And you can see Steel is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief.
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steel. What's it going? And shoulders down, this might do it. He kicks out with authority.
Still a ways to go with it.
Now possibly setting up for a submission. And you can see the arm getting absolutely wrenched here.
Expert strategy coming into play.
And it's just too much. Has to submit.
Ei perkele.
Steel cage match underway. Peter Maivia versus George the Animal Steel. Most of the matches between Peter Maivia and George Steel have ended inconclusively. But this time, we'll have a winner.
These are two very different men, Cole. The High Chief is a man of great pride and respect for the ring, while Steel is, well, he's an animal. I can't think of two opponents with more opposing styles.
You said it, Corey. Let's just hope this one gets taken care of in the ring tonight.
Someone stop this.
The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh, yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui.
Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
Headbutt! Oh, what impact!
Teko kompannut. 4-4.
Ooh, nasty shot to the
4-4.
throat.
Pallo.
Using the cranium.
Jäädypuoli.
The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The animal has no idea what to make of Maivia.
Maivia one step ahead. George Animal Steel is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the animal.
But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief Peter Maivia. When you consider that Maivia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief is the favorite in this match, even with the steel cage stipulation.
Lähe.
Oh, boom! Big headbutt! To the arm.
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steel. What's it going to take for the animal to get the upper hand here?
Well, he's got to be even more chaotic than ever inside this cage. Nothing about Steel makes sense to someone as traditional as Maivia. There's never any telling what the animal's going to do in a match, and he needs to keep it that way.
Peter Maivia, very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combat.
And it serves him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the animal.
Maivia overwhelming his opponent here.
Yeah, Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
Headlock applied, tossed their opponent.
That just reverberated throughout the entire building. Talk about making a statement.
He pulls off the reversal. Quick thinking that time. Maivia gets stonewalled. When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the rules.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steel often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy. George is tied up here. Oh, what a backbreaker.
Man, just an ugly impact. Maivia can taste it now.
Oh, what a smash.
That is just insulting.
Fist drop. Measured up nicely. Boom.
The count was stopped before it started.
It's unthinkable. Someone beating the 1 count at this point.
The animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Yeah, Byron, we've seen the animal brandish a weapon against Peter Maivia before when it was against the rules. The High Chief better be prepared for Steel to get even crazier.
Oh, Maivia is prepared, all right. The man is extremely tough and agile. In fact, the High Chief's entire body can be considered a weapon.
And he turned it around.
Crucial turnaround there because George was falling behind.
But George has to push now while a window's open. You got to admire the determination here.
Oh, goodness! He's sent back to the mat in a heap.
Might have pulled something on that landing.
George with great awareness.
George Animal Steel might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steel's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will throw at him, even inside a cage.
Ooh, right to the arm.
Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now.
And you can see Steel is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief.
Aika hitaasti toi ikinä tuli. Yahoo!
And what now? Driving their opponent into the cage.
Oh, got to the top rope. And it bounced off the cage. Oh, there's a headbutt. Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steel as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief. And the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching.
And Steel got the cover.
Is it enough to close this out?
He wasted no time kicking out there.
Look at the look on his opponent's face, Cole. He can't believe it.
Overhead chop.
And that core area really getting lit up.
Nyt pitää tehdä toi ikinä tuota samaan tuon.
Maivia just dominated the animal with that one.
Helvetti, ylös tästä. Ylös nyt, perkele. Äkkiä loppari.
He wants it one more time.
Yes.
Back first.
And George is laid out.
Here he goes up the wall of the steel cage.
Determined to make it up the cage, balance and a tight grip are key.
At the top of the cage now, taking it all in. He's trying to escape. He's got to give everything he has to push himself over the top.
Oh, he's almost there.
He better move.
Ei se enää voi estää.
And the High Chief defeats the animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the High Chief is one tough Samoan.
The latest chapter of Christopher Rivard, High Chief again proves that Super uutista kake victory. Sai kerrota animaali auki ja tää on Peter Maivia. Ai päkki on paskaa kanssa. Tää seuraava ottelu.
She's not like most girls. She's also not like most WWE superstars. Nia Jax, the reigning queen of the ring, is a reckoning, a force of nature that blitzes right through her competition. A cousin of The Rock, Nia Jax arrived in NXT almost 10 years ago with astronomical expectations. Undaunted, Nia Jax would dominate early opponents, finding herself competing for the NXT Women's Championship mere months after her debut. It did not take long for those running Raw and SmackDown to take notice.
Well, our next pick, Nia Jax.
And Nia Jax would join the Raw roster as part of the 2016 draft lottery. And since joining the main roster, absolutely no one has been safe from Nia Jax. She is a two-time women's champion. She is a two-time women's tag team champion. She competed in the men's Royal Rumble match in 2019, even getting an elimination while in the ring.
Nia Jax looking to eliminate. She does.
She's battled standouts like Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. And all the while, she has left undeniable destruction in her wake. In the ring, she applies many of the same tactics that once benefited Yokozuna, even using her own version of the Banzai Drop, known as the Annihilator. And just like its namesake, if it connects, your night is over. And Nia Jax remains driven for even more success, jumping at any opportunity to prove her dominance. This last year, that included entering into the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament after earning victories over Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. Nia Jax would fight her way into the finals, taking on former NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria. Valkyria built a lot of momentum, defeating Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky to punch her ticket into the final at the Queen and King of the Ring. With an obvious game plan, Lyra would look to stick and move, avoiding the colossal attacks of her opponent. Unfortunately, as often happens when competing against Nia Jax, Lyra made one miscalculation, and that error in judgment provided Nia Jax with the opening she needed to annihilate her competition. This is your opportunity to crown the first queen in Bloodline history. Make Lyra suffer. Make her regret ever entering your ring. Showcase the otherworldly power that forces an entire roster to cower in your presence. Because when you're an irresistible force like Nia Jax, resistance is futile.
Okei, tässä pelataan Nia Jaxilla. Lyra Valkyria vasta. Niitä se tulee sisääntulot, mä unohdin tuon.
And now a dark horse will face an unforgiving titan in hopes to don the crown. Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax in the Queen of the Ring finals.
The following is the final match in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Introducing first, from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
I cannot wait to witness what unfolds here. The irresistible force has been on a tear recently.
And Nia believes the crowd already belongs to her. Will Jax's menacing presence and sheer power be too much for Valkyria to overcome? Or can Lyra write a happy ever after ending to her Cinderella story?
Ai Jaxin kantelu oli lyhyt ja ytimekäs, mutta tuo nainen on iso.
Lyra Valkyria fancies herself a Morrigan, which is an Irish goddess of war. As they were on the battlefield, they used to take the shape of ravens to fly around and decide who would live and who would die. That is what Lyra Valkyria is bringing to the ring here tonight.
And her opponent, from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyria.
Lyra Valkyria may have read a little too much fantasy in her day, and now is reality. Lyra Valkyria is about to go toe-to-toe with a real-life, fire-breathing dragon in the form of Nia Jax. Nia Jax, who's in the best physical condition of her career, tonight will make someone. Will it be Lyra? Will it be Nia? We'll find out in a matter of moments.
And guys, you win the crown. Guess what waits for you in August?
A date with the champion of your respective brand at SummerSlam.
And there will be a coronation. And Nia now misses wildly. Lyra goes up over the top. Nia's got a caught, though.
Lyra trying to rely on her technique to bring down the irresistible force, but having no luck at the moment.
I'm not sure this is going to work either.
Jax just entirely too strong, but whoa!
That was interesting.
Oh, nice athleticism by Valkyria. Even Jax might be a little impressed.
I wouldn't go that far, Saxton. Here comes Nia, just imposing her will on Lyra Valkyria.
Again, Lyra showing how resourceful she is, applying the sleeper to Nia Jax. Lyra tried to hold on.
And now Nia Jax in control, and she's going to look to put Lyra away. Nobody home! Set outside the ring, and Valkyria's got a chance.
Huge window of opportunity. Right now for Lyra, Valkyria to strike. Lyra may actually pull this off. Lyra may become queen.
Älä edes katso, mitä tuossa piti tehdä.
Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia reeling.
But Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring. Like a brick wall running into you.
Lyra says she feels alive every time she flies, and that's what Nia has to avoid tonight, keeping Lyra grounded.
The woman thinks she's a bird, Cole. What do you expect?
It's symbolism, Graves.
What a headbutt. Vicious.
Nia with the fireman's carry.
And a flat slam.
Pitää...
Elbow to the heart. And Lyra only finds herself on the defensive.
And the irresistible force is really keeping Valkyria grounded here.
She better get back in the ring. Not much time left. She's getting back into the ring, under the ropes. And she just barely makes it back before the official's final count. Corey, what do you think is going to be the key in this match for Nia Jax? She certainly made plenty of promises when it comes to being Queen of the Ring.
What Nia brings to the dance, Cole, is raw power, the likes of which you rarely see from most. Up high, taking flight only to find nobody home at ringside. What a disastrous miscalculation.
Flipping senton, that was nice.
Anything can happen in WWE. It used to be a tagline, but it's the truth, and Lyra Valkyria is living it.
Over the last 12 months, Lyra has already knocked off the likes of Becky Lynch and Io Sky, but she's never faced anyone the size of Jax. This is a first for her career. Jax with the irresistible offense.
Yeah, Nia is just buzzing right through Lyra here.
Set right into the corner. She countered that into her own offense. And she saw that coming from Jax.
Just a nasty headbutt.
In just a matter of minutes, we'll have our second Queen of the Ring. The first, of course, being Zelina Vega.
This is quickly turning into a slugfest.
And at this point, Nia just crashing Lyra.
This is exactly the pace the irresistible force likes. This is a war of attrition with neither superstar wanting to be the one who surrenders. Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two. With a vicious series of strikes.
Oh, knees right to the lower back. And the reverse DDT. She's getting fired up, ready to show her opponent what she's got.
No way home. Confidence is always a key for Nia Jax. She comes into every match thinking she hasn't won.
But when you have this business in your blood like Nia does, that confidence is genetic.
But ever since the irresistible force returned to WWE 8 months ago, her confidence has been on another level.
And she's gaining even more confidence as this match progresses. Jax may just be unstoppable now.
She gets bounced into the corner. Oh, right into a counter. Great reversal from Jax.
Both athletes showing incredible reflexes here.
Many in the WWE Universe getting their first look at Lyra Valkyria. She's only had 3 main roster matches so far, and they were all in this tournament.
Big wins over Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky over the last 3 weeks. That's an extremely impressive start for Lyra.
Wow. Undefeated for 3 weeks? When Nia Jax joined the main roster, she didn't lose a match for over 7 months. And Jax has stayed that dominant for years.
What a stiff shot. Yeah, I think that one, she's bleeding.
She drew first blood.
Enää vielä 1 tiimi tässä.
An insult to injury.
corner. Slow down.
Ei ollut toi.
Running drop kick in the corner. Nowhere to go.
And Lyra putting together some offense.
Here's her big opportunity.
Oh.
She turns it around with the reversal.
These two are finding an answer for everything. Every counter being answered with another. The brick wall running into you.
Naija Jaksi oli viimeksi tuossa TV 2022. Eli tästä. Nyt se on sitkeä tapaus.
Right on the mark.
Basement drop kick. Stationary position, turns around.
Incredible agility. Some agility gets her out of dodge.
Täällä on pistänyt kulmaa ja sitten ottaa R3 painaa.
And she set right into that corner.
Herrikelle se tuli.
Knew what was coming there.
Kyllä irlantilaiset sitkeää väkeä.
With ease. She's honing in, staring daggers at her target.
Man, what a hit.
New one, Valkyria, coming.
Went for the springboard and missed.
Nyt mennään kuudella.
Big offense could be coming
Sitten.
here.
Ei selkeä. Pakko iskeä loppari siellä.
Nia Jax brushes that one off. And she re-enters the ring. She reverses and creates an opportunity.
Muscle all the way up and can Lyra Valkyria survive this?
Desperation in the eyes of both Jax and Valkyria. Neither woman willing to back down.
Oh, look at this power.
Look at this strength.
Superhuman.
That was ridiculous.
Leaning on the
Mitä tässä pitää nyt tehdä? Opponent stanging doesn't go to press.
Turnbuckle here.
catches the kick.
Counter after counter. Neither superstar getting the clear advantage.
A shot by Nia Jax.
One answer after another. Neither competitor giving an inch.
Jax pausing to soak up the adulation.
Valkyria gets countered.
Both superstars countering one move after another.
Kick to the midsection. Leg is hooked.
Fisherman Buster.
Right, shoulders down. Jax could be put away here. She kicks out with force.
Getting that shoulder up now is huge.
Vittu kun mä en tiedä yhtään.
Cuts the attack off.
Mitä pitää tehdä.
Set hard into the corner.
Engineering.
Ei perä.
Lyra Valkyria powering up her opponent. Nightwing connects.
Lyra Valkyria got all of her. Two. Oh my God, she did it. Valkyria is queen of the ring.
Here is your winner, and the new Queen of the Ring, Lyra
Kävi päinvastaisesti, mitä oikeassa elämässä.
Lyra Valkyria has
Triple H.
she's written a happy ending to the Cinderella story.
Valkyria claimed that she only travels as the crow flies, straight to the top and straight to the crown. And she was right.
She's gone from underestimated rookie to our new queen of the ring.
And it's all come down to this, the finals of the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament. Jax, Valkyria, who will walk out of Saudi Arabia with a crown and a ticket to a world title match at SummerSlam.
Lyra Valkyria is about to go toe-to-toe with a real-life, fire-breathing dragon.
And Nia now, this is why they like
Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia reeling.
But Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring. Anything can happen in WWE. It used to be a tagline, but it's the truth, and Lyra Valkyria is living it.
Over the last 12 months, Lyra has already knocked off the likes of Becky Lynch and Io Sky, but she's never faced anyone the size of Jax. This is a first for her career.
Oh, man, meeting the barricade.
Across the ring.
That ain't right. Just got thrown around like a sack of you-know-what. In danger of being counted out. Now's the time to get back to the ring.
Sliding in under the rope. She's back in the ring.
Incoming.
Jax absolutely not backing down.
Heading to the outside now. Lyra says she feels alive every time she flies, and that's what Nia has to avoid tonight, keeping Lyra grounded.
The woman thinks she's a bird, Cole. What do you expect?
It's symbolism, Graves. Valkyria gets countered.
Hoisted high above her head.
And here's a cut.
That's a surprising move from her here.
Colliding with the barricade.
She better hurry or she'll get counted out.
Äkkiä takas kehä.
Just manages to beat the count.
Massive miscalculation on that one.
Nyt mennään takaspäin.
She's launched out of the ring. Flying
All the way to the outside. Completely throwing self-preservation out the window.
I don't know how your mind would even think about doing that.
Each woman here has had a tough road to become a Queen of the Ring finalist. Every matchup in this bracket has been a toss-up.
Valkyria knocked off former women's champion Io Sky earlier this week, but Nia's had an even tougher challenge. Two great former champions in the form of Naomi and Bianca Belair.
Even more impressive than that, she handed Jade Cargill her first WWE loss.
Granted, Corey, that was a disqualification victory for Jax. I'd say there's still some unfinished business between Nia and Jade. Jax cannot be overpowered.
Mitä helvettiä?
She has that scouted.
Helvetisti liian.
Ooh, sent straight into the ring post.
Ja kyllä oikeassa elämässä
Just getting bounced off the ring post.
And foot just stomping down. Lyra Valkyria, one of the best technical wrestlers in NXT. On the top.
The 1-2 punch of high risk, high reward.
Miten se voi
You got front row seat to this thing.
And I don't think we want to get any closer. Piercing elbow drop. And at this point, Nia just punishing Lyra.
This is exactly the pace the Irresistible Force likes.
And she slides her back to the mat.
Eli nyt tässä pitää tehdä jotain.
She gets put in the corner. Ooh, one step ahead there. Confidence is always a key for Nia Jax. She comes into every match thinking she has it right.
But when you have this business in your blood like Nia does, that confidence is genetic.
But ever since the Irresistible Force returned to WWE,
And here we go now, top rope. Military press slam.
Täällä kääntää toiseen suuntaan. Nyt se torjuu. Out.
Oh, man. We're locked in reversals here. Neither competitor intimidated. A brick wall running into you.
Sending her up on the top rope.
Tälleen. Joo, tää on.
Look at this. Unceremonious removal from the top rope.
Mä kyllä aion. Eikä supervittu hevytrio puolella.
Nia is just buzzing right through Lyra here. Propped up in the corner.
Looking pretty about that.
Many in the WWE Universe getting their first look at Lyra Valkyria. She's only had 3 main roster matches so far, and they were all in this tournament.
Big wins over Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky over the last 3 weeks. That's an extremely impressive start for Lyra.
Wow. Undefeated for 3 weeks? When Nia Jax joined the main roster, she didn't lose a match for over 7 months. And Jax has stayed that dominant for years.
And Lyra is brought to a disadvantage now.
And the irresistible force is really keeping Valkyria grounded here.
Golly, Nia.
Mitä helvetti on heavy attack? With opponent standing does it in the corner.
Just cornering Valkyria. Jax abusing Lyra, showing no mercy. I think it's a preview of what kind of queen Nia Jax would be.
The kind of queen that will happily send...
Eli Maker Superbitto heavy trio boy attack to Shaker perukore. Mä googletan tän YouTubesta, katon nopeasti. En mä tommoista iskua ikinä tehnyt. EV2K25 Bloodline Showcase Nia Jax Heavy 3 of Boy. Tosta vaikka katsotaan. Vaikka tästä kohtaa. Onko se nyt siinä missä minä? On. Aina pitääkö se istua tuolla tolleen vai? Ei. Ei se ole vielä tehnyt sitä. Ani jo tolleen. Se pitää laittaa tolleen tonne.
victims to the guillotine.
Getting position on the top rope.
Turn Nia Jax around there. Just a matter of minutes with our second queen of the ring.
Turning back and forth. Slipping away with everything they've got. Looks like a hockey fight's just broken out.
And real power. The sheer guts of these two. Solid punch. Placing her against the turnbuckle.
Eli
She turns that attack away. Clothesline!
Lyra got carried down into the pen. This could do it. Shoulder up even before a 1 count.
She's not done yet, but you have to believe that she's still in all sorts of trouble here. Only time offense there. Valkyria keeps her away.
Tremendous pressure applied.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, I thought this superstar was out of this match, but apparently not. What a comeback.
Leg locked. Lyra just hit Nia with a big move, but can she capitalize?
Two, digging deep for a kick out.
Katon nopeasti, että miten se tehtiin. Miten se laittoi se tohon oikein? Pitääkö niinku X:lle ja sitten
Obviously still has some fight left.
X ja R3 R3 X samaa.
From Jax. Put into the corner.
What could be next?
Legs getting tangled in the corner, stuck in the tree of woe.
Stuck in the tree of woe and just having
Pitää kerran
a face
painaa
stuck.
kolme. Hei, nyt pitää tehdä joku isku. Näin Saksassa kuitenkin web samalta sinne asennon. Tällä standing front open tai pressi. Mitä tää alkaa tekemään?
Wait for it.
Alabama slam.
Oota. Nää ois pääs lyödä vit 2. Näissäkös? Nia Jax kuitenkin pep samma drop sinne her Arsenal. Try standing in front of opponent pressing pallo to grab opponent. And then L3.
There's so many moves at Nia.
Ei oo grab perkele. No mä otin grab.
Disposal that she can end this match with. For Lyra, not nearly as much.
Yeah, I can't imagine it was easy for Valkyria to pick up Nia Jax and drop her with the right.
Please, let's call the move by its real name. It's a Samoan driver. I think Nia Jax doesn't have the Samoan driver scouted.
Nia looking to end this thing.
Ei tori.
Nia Jax is doing whatever she wants. Each Samoan drop driving all of the air out of Lyra Valkyria. In the corner now, she doesn't want to stay there. Counters and counters. Each superstar being dialed in.
Lisäksi nosta. Wow. Tämä. Älä povera.
I think we're about to see it. Crosses him all the way up. Does the setup, and there's the powerbomb.
Is it enough to put Lyra away? Valkyria crushed in the corner by Jax.
Watching Lyra in the corner, and the beginning of the end may be near. And Nia now, with Lyra on her back, going to climb up to the second rope.
This is a scary situation for Lyra.
Oh, look at this. Maybe not.
No way. There's no way. Oh, no. Good night, Annihilator.
Here is your winner and the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax.
What a victory to the brand new Queen of the Ring.
Nia said she would do it, and she backed up her claims.
And now the Chief Content Officer of WWE and Triple H going to come in to congratulate Nia Jax and officially crown her the Queen of the Ring.
Absolute dominance by the new Queen.
Okei, latas vielä yksi matsi.
I'm sure you will agree with your wise man. Many WWE superstars say they will do whatever it takes in order to achieve success. Quite often, it's a bunch of BS. But if you're lucky, you may run into someone who is willing to look out for the group. Someone willing to make sacrifices. And for this family, there was no one better than Rikishi. After the Head Shrinkers run in WWE came to an end, Rikishi, then known as Fatu, would go on a journey of self-discovery. This journey would lead to him taking on the name Rikishi, a subtle nod to his cousin Yokozuna, as well as an opportunity to start fresh with a global audience.
Well, my dad, you know, when he became the Rikishi character, when you think about Samoan wrestlers, right, or mean, or aggressive, he made it like his own flavor, right? You know, he had the blonde hair, still carried the aggressiveness, but I think he just wanted to add like a little flavor to it. But it became even more popular to our culture.
Rikishi blitzed WWE from the jump, devastating opponents with new tricks and winning people over with his fat-ass dance moves.
That Rikishi is fat, all right. P-H-A-T.
And with this wave of newfound momentum came even more success, with Rikishi capturing the WWE Intercontinental Championship and displaying incredible athleticism in iconic moments like when he dove off the top of the steel cage. The year 2000 belonged to Rikishi. But little did anyone know, Rikishi held a dark secret regarding a decision he made not for his own benefit, but for the benefit of the family. It was at the 1999 Survivor Series that Stone Cold Steve Austin was hit by a car in the arena parking lot, forcing him from the main event later that night for the WWE Championship. For nearly a year, all of WWE was consumed with figuring out who was driving that damn car and why Austin was targeted in the first place. The verdict came in. The car was driven by Rikishi. Rikishi would stand strong.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I didn't do it for me. I did it for The Rock.
What?
Rikishi would lay out a years-long gripe that WWE preferred Steve Austin to The Rock, and so Rikishi had made sure that The Rock's only competition had been removed from the picture. Rikishi sacrificed his own popularity to reach this goal. The Rock thrived while Austin was on the shelf. For Rikishi, the struggle and fall was all worth it. Rikishi knew that he would eventually have to face off with the Texas Rattlesnake to answer for his sins. And he welcomed that meeting with open arms. What Rikishi was unprepared for was for WWE to stack the deck entirely, looking to make Rikishi pay for taking out their golden goose. Stone Cold Steve Austin was allowed to drive his truck directly to the ring and was generally given the freedom to do whatever the hell he wanted in the name of revenge. We are going to make things right. This time, when Rikishi and Stone Cold Steve Austin lock horns, there will be no stacking of the deck. Someone willing to give of himself so that his family, this family, can succeed, deserves better. So get in there and showcase the never say die spirit that has led this family to victory time and time and time and time and time and time again. Use whatever weapon you can get your hands on and prove to Stone Cold Steve Austin that you will do anything for the people.
Is it legal to not show up? Rikishi has brutalized Austin lately.
Austin will be here, Byron. I just refuse to think anything else.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a no-holds-barred match. Introducing first, from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 424 pounds,
We have learned more about Rikishi in the last couple of weeks than we knew about him his entire career here in WWE. He said he ran over Austin not for himself, but for The Rock.
Right, and now he's coming out here, and I guess if Austin doesn't show up, the general manager is going to have to come out here and declare this is a forfeit, and Rikishi's going to win it. This man makes me sick. Is he here?
Well, there's the Rattlesnake's music.
He's here. Austin's here. Stone Cold Steve Austin came here with no fear, no hesitation, just revenge.
His opponents, from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
Austin fought for his life to make it back here, to make Rikishi pay.
Now there is no way Rikishi can escape the Texas Rattlesnake.
It's been almost a year since Austin competed in the ring. Austin is a man possessed. Rikishi feels good about running over Austin and said he'd do it again. That man is sick.
Well, Rikishi made two mistakes. One, trying to end Austin's life. And two, not being man enough to finish the job.
Austin's going to absolutely tee off on Rikishi.
This one is going to get ugly in a hurry.
Sillä tuo alianketin.
We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life and said he's here tonight to finish the job.
Listen, Rikishi has seen members of his family be skipped over while other superstars skyrocketed to unimaginable heights. Rikishi feels it's The Rock's time, not Austin's.
It's been a month of stunning revelations, all leading to the in-ring return.
Soaring! Look out below! Soaring through the sky and crashing onto their opponent.
Tekisi ajattelee, että on erokki.
Delivered into the barricade.
Calculating the next move here.
Don't do this. Don't do it!
And Byron, I just cannot see any Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals would go to the disgusting lengths that Rikishi has gone to.
Taking this fight back into the ring.
Austin firing up the crowd. They're ready to see him raise a little hell.
Oh, got Austin back. Clothesline. What impact. Corey, this situation is so far beyond rational thinking. It's so personal. What does Stone Cold have to do in this one to leave here victorious against Rikishi?
I don't know if you can tell someone who almost lost their life at the hands of their opponent to think rationally. Austin has rage, and win or lose, he's going to unleash it all on Rikishi.
No count out as he takes things out of the ring.
Watch the quickness on this.
Into the snap suplex. And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of his Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the Shark Tank that is WWE.
Are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We're fortunate that it only put Austin on the show for 10 months instead of his whole life. It's sick that you would even condone what Rikishi did.
Don't twist my words, Saxton. I'm not saying I condone Rikishi's actions. I'm just saying I understand.
Right into the cover. Gets the shoulder up. Wow. What's it going to take?
Got to change something up with the pin technique.
Side Russian leg sweep. You talk so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishi's a delusion. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of that.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda of Rikishi from the top. Oh, gosh. That looked like a bad landing.
Can he put it away? He easily stops the ref's count.
Just using the adrenaline to stay in the match. We're no closer to a winner just yet.
Oh, what a chop. And now tying up the leg.
Straight to the knee.
We know that taking out the legs is one of the most effective strategies in any match. Although The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation, we have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside... Take him!
That was just incredible hang time.
Was willing to take the high risk to the outside, and it paid off big time.
And Rikishi evades that.
He's looking for an implement of destruction under the ring.
The steel chair, never as innocent as it looks.
There's press, now loading with punches.
Good grief. Austin getting himself some Texas rattlesnake retribution on...
Oh, and that's what you get for disrespecting your opponent. A clash of counters, and these superstars did their homework.
And here he is, heading back into the ring. He answers right back. And there's Austin sent flying. Going outside. What's he got planned here?
Scoop slam.
Oh, my goodness. We talk a lot about Austin being prepared for a fight. Talk about the rattlesnake preparing to make Rikishi a dead man. Well, right now it's Rikishi doing the brawling. Rikishi's disdain for Austin looks greater than even we anticipated.
Hey, for the top rope, looking for some from the top. Good Lord. Austin stomping at Rikishi's heart. That's if Rikishi even has a damn heart. The rattlesnake bites again. Austin gets his payback.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner.
We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life. Instead, he's here tonight to finish the job.
Listen, Rikishi has seen members of his family be skipped over while other superstars skyrocketed to unimaginable heights. Rikishi feels it's The Rock's time, not Austin's.
It's been a month of stunning revelations, all leading. Look out!
Whoa, look out! I can't believe what we just saw.
I can't believe that didn't miss.
And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of this Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the Shark Tank that is WWE.
Are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We're fortunate that it only put Austin on the show for 10 months instead of his whole life. It's sick that you would even condone what Rikishi did.
Don't twist my words, Saxton. I'm not saying I condone Rikishi's actions. I'm just saying I understand them.
Any and all momentum has been taken from Austin.
No one holding Rikishi's family down now, taking out all those years of frustration on Austin here.
Eli Big Heavy Combo. Sitä vaikka toi 4 X.
Wants nothing to do with this altercation.
Toi.
We have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, he is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi and his family.
No, Corey, what kind of lies are you trying to spread? We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is going to bring him. There's no family pride in that statement.
I'm just saying that blood is thicker than water, and it's been an easier ride for Rock without Austin in the picture. And that's thanks to Rikishi.
Sounds more like...
Eli Big Heavy Combo. End your combo with X for heavy combos. Eli nää on heavy komboja. Eikö nää?
Rikishi is trying to take credit for all the Rock's success. Rikishi is picking the competition apart.
Rikishi with an
Sitä toi 4.
Slow here against Austin. Dare I say, Stone Cold could be in trouble.
Does any possible ring rust factor into this match?
Well, maybe if this actually was a match, but this isn't about arm drags. It's not about drop kicks. This is a fight, and there is never any rust on Stone Cold when it comes to fighting.
Oh, man!
We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. Rikishi's are delusional. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of them.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda Rikishi's been selling. But I'll tell you about the most legitimate motive in this story, and that is payback for Stone Cold. Austin nearly had his life taken from him, and there is no greater reason to stomp the tar out of somebody than that. Looking for more damage here. Release back suplex.
Stone Cold in some serious trouble.
Not a familiar situation for Austin.
4-4-X. Oliko 4-4-X? Joo, 4-4-X. Ei vittu, kun se tuli.
He fights Rikishi back.
Älä lähe.
And Byron, I just can't see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals would go to this disgusting lengths that Rikishi's gone to.
4-4. Älä mene saa.
Boom, running STO plants him.
Nicely done.
Now Rikishi has the firm upper hand.
You're not going to see Rikishi show any remorse.
Ei. Älä mene, miksi se lähtee karkuun?
Moving into the ring. He's headed out to the ringside area.
Tietokone aina lähtee karkuun. Nyt 4. Ei ollut toi. Eli Andy on kombit X Happy Combos.
Assessing the situation. Holding nothing back on top of this entrance ramp.
Vicious. Taking this fight to such a dangerous area. There's potential danger everywhere you turn.
Ei tätä pakko katsoa YouTubesta, tämäkin on, mä en tiedä. Mä en tiedä enää. Eli Rikishi vs Steve Austin. South Kase. Ja mitä tässä pitää tehdä? Heby Combo Entranke. Missä täällä se pitää tehdä? Pakko katsoa tästä videolta, kun mä en tiedä missä Entragrampilassa pitää tehdä. Tuolla kaukana vai tuossa lähellä vai missä? Missä pitää tehdä? Okei, tuolla. Tästä tulee kutsken. Niin tossa kohtaa. Katsotaan. Ei se ollut vielä tossa. Se oli tossa, se on tuo. Mä oon ihan liian Älä.
He gets into the ring.
Hypätään.
Oh yeah, Rikishi is feeling the energy right now.
Jaa siinä.
Takes a quick stop to the momentum that was built. Flying. Good Lord. Taking flight. They got all of that. Just taking flight and soaring through the sky.
Rikishi is picking the competition apart.
Yeah, Rikishi isn't giving any quarter.
And Austin fends him off.
He's looking to get back in this. Could be exactly the fire starter the Rattlesnake needed.
Fishing for something beneath the ring.
WWE Universe.
Tässä.
Austin and Rikishi trading heavy artillery on the outside, and here comes the Rattlesnake.
Stone Cold Steve Austin fired up and revenge on his mind.
You got to think about how bad Austin has wanted this ever since Survivor Series last year. Been dying to get his hands on Rikishi.
All of that venom, all the vitriol inside of Austin being unleashed on Rikishi right now.
Remember, this is no holds barred. Anything goes.
Austin has Rikishi down. The rattlesnake is red hot. And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone Cold. All but he wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth. And he gets sent back into the ring.
Barricade.
Oh, he flips that around. And Rikishi lately has been calling himself a visionary, a pioneer. Oh, a bunch of garbage, if you ask me.
Well, those aren't self-imposed labels, Cole. Those labels are coming from the family, coming from a group of wrestling legends who are proud of Rikishi for standing up and making a change in this business.
I have a few labels for Rikishi. Coward, liar, embarrassment. Those fit him well.
Rikishi back. And what's he looking for here?
Grabbing him down, and here I am without any peanuts.
In the back through the air. And connecting. Austin is like a man possessed. It's been almost a year since Austin's been in the ring. He's making his way to ringside now. Counters.
Scary mindset for the rattlesnake. Austin has scattered pictures of Rikishi all over his home. Said that every time he looks at Rikishi, he's looking at a dead man.
Yeah, Rikishi taking that as an empty threat, thinking that Austin isn't the man he claims to be. But
Hey,
when Stone Cold says he has you in his crosshairs, that's no empty threat.
Oh, no, 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 no!
Mitä helvettiä? Tällä.
Holy, meet the barricade!
Eli light combo, eli XX, 4-4, tori.
What a punch!
Tori.
And now gets tossed into the ring.
Ulkona ne pitää taas.
And landing with the double axe handle.
Rikishi is down.
Ei helvetti, nyt tällä resilient.
He got the shoulder up in time.
There's no quit in this man tonight.
Älä. Äkkiä ulos.
Rikishi with a counter. Fire with a straight shot there. Answering back. Looking for a brutal run, giving up any ground. The fight is on, and it's furious.
Nothing pretty here, just good old-fashioned fisticuffs.
Launched right out of the ring.
Ja nyt vaan 4.
Headed to the outside.
3
But
kertaa.
for what reason?
Blow to the abdomen gets them out of that.
There's been a lot of vitriol coming from fans towards Rikishi these past few weeks. This ugly crowd is continuing that pattern of disdain.
You think Rikishi cares about the fans, though? No, not at all. He truly believes he's done something for his family, for his people. His family's respect is the only respect he's desperate for.
Stone Cold with the Thesz press.
Austin with a Thesz press. Now rapid fire rights from the rattlesnake.
I don't know what they're looking for here.
What his plans are with that table, but it's going to hurt.
Back into the ring now.
4.
Outside the ring.
And no countouts means he can take his time.
And the onslaught to his core is continuing.
If he keeps taking targeted strikes like this, he's going to be doubled over before long.
Nyt tää häviää.
Austin having flashbacks to Detroit. Rikishi's about to meet a stunner.
Legs caught.
Yes.
Chess match of counters and reversals happening here.
Tulee sieltä nyt.
He's looking to take things to the outside now.
Ei se tullut.
He quickly slides into the ring. Goes for the pin.
The end could be near.
Drastic once again. Austin gets his payback.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
I'm to my side of town. Lately it's been going.
Siinä oli ihan tarpeeksi pelailu. Ärsyttävästi tuo niin häviää, kun on pitkään yrittänyt. Ja heti sen jälkeen kyllä jaksaa uudestaan. Näin.